Janet, I heard you are pregnant. I'm so happy. I didn't expect I would be able to hold my first grandchild so soon. Thank you, Susan. Congratulations, Janet. By the way, is your baby a boy or a girl? Huh? We don't know yet. We just found out the other day that I'm pregnant. I hope you give birth to a boy. He will be the heir to our family. An heir? Yes. A girl will get married off anyway, but a boy can stay on as an heir, right? Well, Susan, neither my husband nor I are thinking about that kind of thing. Either way, they will be our child, and we want to raise them with love and care. What are you talking about? Our son is an only child. We need you to have a boy. If it's a girl, I'm not sure I'll be able to adore her. Susan, a boy or a girl, they're still your grandchild. I have high hopes for you, Janet. As soon as you find out the gender, please let me know. Huh. Congratulations, Janet. I heard the baby is a boy. Ah, yes. I'm so happy. Thank you for giving birth to our heir. No, that doesn't mean he's going to be the heir. I'll call you when I decide the baby's name. Excuse me? Name? I have a few names in mind. What? My husband and I will decide on the name. Huh? Why? Because usually a child's name is decided by the parents. I'm the mother of the kid's father. I have the right to decide his name, don't I? Well. Don't worry about it. I'll give him a nice name that's appropriate for the heir to our family. I appreciate the sentiment, Susan, but my husband and I will discuss it. What a stubborn daughter-in-law. Well, go ahead, do as you please. But please don't give him a bizarre name. I understand. I'll see you in a week. Hey, Janet, what's going on? Susan? My son told me. You're going to have a baby back home? Yes, that's right. I'm going home about a month before the due date. Why are you going home? It's my first time raising a child, and I've heard that you need to rest for a while after childbirth. I thought it would be more comfortable to stay with my parents. Why do you have to go all the way back to your parents' house? I'm here too, you know. No, but I'm sure I'll be very tired after the baby is born. I can't rely on you. What are you talking about? I'll take care of the baby and all the housework. You shouldn't go back to your parents' house. My parents can't come here often. I wanted them to spend time with my child. I want to spend time with my grandchild too. It's not fair to prioritize your parents. You didn't even let me choose the baby's name. At least let me take care of him. I'm sorry, but I'll be back in about 3 or 4 weeks. I won't let you do anything that selfish. If you go back home, I won't be able to witness the birth. I was looking forward to it so much. Witness the birth? Well, you wanted to be there? Yes. My husband is planning to be there for the birth. Well, if he makes it in time. My son? No. Why not? It doesn't help to have a man by your side. He doesn't know what to do. That's why I wanted to be there for it. I can help you in many ways, like rubbing your back. Thank you so much for thinking of me, but I don't want you to be there. Why not? It'd be embarrassing. Giving birth is very private, isn't it? I might scream out in pain. I don't want anyone but my husband to see that. There's nothing to be ashamed of. We're both women. I've been through childbirth myself. And if you don't want people to see you, what about doctors and midwives? Doctors are usually men, and there are a lot of people around you when you give birth. I think the medical staff are different. Oh man, I wanted to be the first to hold my grandson. Sorry. Well, but okay. We'll be living together, right? Huh? Live together? Yeah, right? Because my son is an only child. Who will take care of us? But we agreed not to live together, right? And Henry said that we have a different pace of life. It would be enough if we lived close to each other. He was just saying that. He really wants to live together. Is that so? Besides, it's better for children to be raised by as many adults as possible. You're going back to work someday, aren't you, Janet? Yes, I plan to work again. Then it's definitely better to live together. The house you guys built is that big. It's because you thought of us too, right? No, we both love animals. We were both talking about having a dog and a cat in the house in the future. That's why we made the house as spacious as possible. Hey, you've got a guest room, haven't you? That room is supposed to be our room, right? I'm planning to have my parents use that room when they come to visit. Well, when you come back from your parents' house, leave the childcare to me. I'll make sure I'll raise him as our heir. No, thank you. We'll do our best for now. What are you saying? Neither you nor my son have any knowledge or experience in child rearing, right? I'm not going to leave it to you. It's really fine, so... Don't worry about it. Spend the rest of the day putting your child first. I'll visit you later today and do some housework for you. You can go back to sleep, Janet. Janet, you've been bad-mouthing me to my son. No way. Stop playing dumb. I just got a call from him. He told me not to visit you. I don't understand. You pressured him into calling me, right? I'm sorry, Susan. I appreciate your concern, but it's hard for me to rest if you're here every day. You mean you don't want me to be there? Not really. It's just that I can't really rest. So that's your problem, right? I'm doing housework for you because you are pregnant. I was shocked when he told me not to come. Besides, I always tell you to just sleep, don't I? Yes, but you talk to me all the time. Like gossiping about the neighbors, complaining about Henry. I talk to you because you respond, okay? If you're sleeping, why don't you just ignore me? If I don't respond, you'll talk to me louder. So I couldn't just ignore you. Plus, my son brought up about us living together. He said he doesn't want to live with us. You made him say this, didn't you? No, that's how we feel. That's absolutely a lie. My son cares about us and he always listens to me. If I told him I wanted to live together, he would definitely agree. You said you didn't want to live with us, didn't you? It's disgusting to make my son say it out loud. I'm really hurt. I'm sorry. Why don't you want to live with us in the first place? We have always agreed not to live with each other's parents, and we want to do our best to raise our child on our own. Betrayal. What? I thought you would live with us in the future. That's why I accepted you as his wife, you know. Well, what's wrong with living with us? As Henry said, we have our own pace. I think that living together would cause stress on both sides. It's not like I don't want to live with you. I don't think I could live with my own parents either. You don't have to live with your parents. You've married into our family. I'm just making an analogy. Shut up. We're definitely living together because I'm going to have a grandchild. I'm sorry, Susan. Please ask my husband about this. I don't have anything else to say. Just tell him you're going to live with us. Then my son would be okay with it. I'm sorry. My stomach is a little upset. Hey, Janet, I'm not finished talking with you. It's not fair to run away like that, pretending you're not feeling well. I will never accept anything other than living together. If you don't live with us, I'll have you two separate. Okay? Long time no see, Janet. How is the baby? He is good. I called you today because I have something important to tell you. What's that? Before that, is there anything you want to say to me? What? Not particularly. You're not even going to apologize? Me? You were pretending not to be home until you went back to your parents' house, right? I visited you, helping with your housework. No matter how many times I pressed the intercom, you never answered. What on earth was wrong with you that you kept ignoring me even when you were home? Because you never listened to what your son had to say. Well, you're saying it's my fault? Let me be honest with you. Having you home every day was very stressful. And even if I said no to live together, you would talk about it over and over again. I don't want to use pregnancy as an excuse, but it was very hard for me when I wasn't feeling well and wanted to lie down and relax. Then why didn't you just make it clear? I have told you many times, but you keep interrupting me. You've got all bossy once you had a baby, haven't you? No, it's not like that. Well, but it's settled. So let's just leave it at that. What's been settled? Of course it's about living together. What? But I said I don't want to live together. Actually, you know what? I sold your house, so you don't have to come back. What? You must be surprised. But it's your fault for going against me and went back to your parents' house. You know, after you went home, I tried to convince my son and husband. I told them that a daughter-in-law who doesn't live with us is not a family and we should get rid of her. Huh? Then they both finally understood. They agreed to sell the house. And it's a new house with a lot of space. They found a buyer. So you and my son need to get a divorce. No, I mean... Yes, you're going to tell me you don't want a divorce when you just had a baby, right? If you don't want a divorce, then apologize to me. If you swear you'll change your mind, I'll let you live with us. I'm not going to apologize. Then it's a divorce. Susan, do you know whose house you sold? Huh? The house that was sold is the house you are living in now. You're kidding, right? It's true. What are you talking about? Why would we sell our house? It was Henry's decision. He said that if we don't sell the house, you won't change. Then where will we live? He said he'd be going to live abroad in his later life. What? He has always dreamed of moving overseas. He was very happy about it. Wait, you're kidding, right? You're joking, right? Why would I joke about that? Because selling a house is a big deal. It's not right that he didn't tell me. You were going to sell our house without telling me, right? Then it's just the other way around, right? You and I are in different positions. But it was his decision. Who knew it? No. This can't be true. I don't speak a foreign language. I can't live abroad. Then you'll have to talk to him about the rest. Wait a minute, Janet. Excuse me, I have to nurse him now. Janet, please pick up the phone. Susan, what's going on? I'm putting him to bed and can't answer the phone right now. I'm in a lot of trouble. When I objected to moving abroad, he said he'd be divorcing me. I'm sure he will. Why would you say that? Don't you think it's terrible that he's divorcing me? The reason they had to sell your house, it was because of you. What? After I got pregnant and quit my job, you started coming over every day, didn't you? You said you came to help me with the housework, but you were just hanging around, talking to me. I helped with a little bit of housework too. You just ate the food in our refrigerator, didn't you? Because you said you didn't have an appetite. Moreover, the utensils and dishes were left out in the sink after use. I remember there were days when you even took a bath. That's because the bathroom in your house is spacious and clean. I wanted to take a long bath. And while you were taking a long bath, you told me to buy beer. You made me cook snacks for you. You had no intention of letting me rest, did you? I thought it would be bad for you if you just slept all the time just because you were pregnant. They say it's easier to have a baby if you move around a little. I do. Cleaning up your mess in the kitchen. Cleaning the bathroom. Thanks to you making a mess everywhere in our house, I was moving more than before I got pregnant. It's not like I did it on purpose. Besides, I'm not a detail-oriented person. If you had a problem with it, you should have told me. I told you the other day. I told you many times. You are a little indirect. I want you to be more straightforward. I'm your daughter-in-law. I can't tell you straight. Then, from now on, you should be more direct. I don't get angry just because you tell me to do something better. You can tell me how you really feel. No, I won't. I asked your son to tell you about our thoughts of you visiting our house and moving in with us. You were furious, and you even said you'd have him divorce me. And I'm not going to have anything to do with you. My husband and I would like to cut you off. Cut off? Don't say that. I wasn't angry at the time, I was just sad. I wasn't really trying to get you divorced, okay? I don't trust anything you say. We had decided not to live together, but you insisted on moving in with us. You even tried to divorce me and my husband and sell our new house. Don't you think it's not surprising that we would cut you off? I was so excited about having a grandchild. I was really happy. I thought if I moved in, I could be with him all the time. It's so nice that you thought of him. That goes for my parents too. If you didn't go too far, I'm sure you'd have more chances to do that than my parents. Okay, I'll give up living with you. So please forgive me. If you forgive me, I'm sure Henry will give up moving abroad too. That's impossible. The house has been sold. You're supposed to move out by the end of next month, right? Then convince Henry. I don't want to live abroad. You should talk to him, not me. He won't listen to me. Besides, if I don't want to move, he'll divorce me. Then why don't you get a divorce? What are you talking about? I can't do that. I've only been a housewife. How can I live after divorce? Susan, the reason you are in this situation, it's all your fault. It may have started with my pregnancy, but they have always been fed up with your pushiness. I've done so much for them. I've always done things with them in mind. That has been a burden for both of them at times. My husband is quite angry at you for causing me so much trouble this time. When I got pregnant, you told me to have a boy, trying to decide his name. You came to our house every day and did whatever you wanted. You even tried to force us to live together. My husband said he doesn't even want our child to see you. Oh, give me a break. I can't stand not seeing my grandchild. This is what happens when you always think about yourself. If Henry even brought up divorce, why don't you reflect on what you've done? Then let me live in your house for a while. Yes? I don't have the courage to move abroad. I've never left my hometown. I didn't expect to live in a foreign country where I don't speak the language. Please let me live with you for just 1 month. I'll help you with the housework and childcare. You still don't understand, do you, Susan? Please think about why we rejected you, and he decided to sell the house. I've thought about it. I admit it was my fault, but you're all so selfish. You don't care about my feelings at all. That's what you've been doing to everyone around you. You don't think about us. I'm exhausted from taking care of my newborn son, and yet you're asking me to convince my father-in-law and let you live with us? Please don't ask for help to me who just finished giving birth. Janet, I'm in real trouble. I'm in trouble too. I don't want to deal with an annoying mother-in-law who only thinks about herself when I'm tired. I've been clear like you told me to. Please don't ever bother me again. Janet, wait. Don't give up on me. After that, Susan cried and pleaded with my father-in-law, saying not wanting to move abroad nor not wanting a divorce. But he did not listen to her. In the end, she moved abroad with him. According to him, she has been staying home every day because of her language barrier. She seems to be living a quiet life as if she has changed. She sometimes mumbles that she misses her grandchild. I do not intend to let her see him until she is truly sorry for what she has done. As for me, I have returned home from my parents' house. I am busy raising him, but he is so adorable. My husband helps me with the housework and childcare a lot. So although it's hard work, I am happy. I will continue to work with my husband to be a happy family.
Sis, thank you again for today. I know you're busy with work, but you went out of your way to make time for me. Oh, come on, Ellen. Don't be so formal. My sister and her boyfriend are coming over to say hello. So it is not the time to work. I didn't think you'd go that far. I'm surprised. What? Why? You never seemed that interested in me. If anything, you were annoyed by me. It's true that we didn't seem like friendly sisters. Or rather, we weren't close. I guess so, right? But when it comes to marriage, it's a different story. As a sister, I have to congratulate you. Thank you. By the way, I'm surprised you got such a handsome husband. Heath, right? I don't know why he fell in love with you. Your face is so plain. Heath says he likes my face. That's just flattery. You don't get married on flattery. He's a well-rounded guy who graduated from Harvard University and works for a great company. He's way out of your league. You need to get out there and find a good man yourself, sis. You're right. I'll do that then. By the way, you guys are going on your honeymoon, right? Yes, we are. We're leaving right after the wedding and reception. Okay. Where to? Australia. Wow, so you're traveling abroad? Have fun! Thank you. Well, I'd better get started on dinner. Okay, I'm looking forward to your wedding. Ellen, I'll be waiting for you outside the hotel. What? Sis? What do you mean waiting for me? What do you mean? It's the honeymoon. It's my first trip abroad. I'm looking forward to it. What? Wait a minute. Are you planning to go with us? That's normal, isn't it? Where's the normalcy in that? It's normal for a honeymoon to be just the newlyweds, right? What? Isn't that wrong? Is what wrong? I mean, Heath. He's a high-class guy. Not sharing him would just be wrong. You just don't go and share someone's husband. Oh, Ellen, you're so stingy. We have a lot going on. Even my parents aren't invited. But it's not fair. Just the same, it's not possible. What? See you later. That's really unfair. If you don't even want your own sister around him, he must be so great of a catch that you have to hide him from me. That's really unfair. It's just not fair that you get to have all the fun. If you want to play that way, then I have a few things up my sleeve too. Ellen, where are you? What, sis? I actually have all the information about your honeymoon. You must have been caught off guard because I haven't contacted you once since I lost you in front of the hotel. I'm in Australia now. Huh? So tell me, are you freaking out right now? Why? Because I hijacked your honeymoon. I got your husband. What? Heath is too good looking for you. I decided to just steal him away from you, so I went after him. You're a stalker now? Hey, you haven't heard from your husband since last night, have you? Huh? Why? Because he's been with me since last night. Excuse me? Your husband's missing because he was sleeping with me. I don't know what you're talking about. At first, I had no intention of taking him away from you. But once I actually saw Heath, I felt a sense of destiny. And from that moment, I couldn't stop loving him. It seems it was the same for him too. And at the hotel where he was staying, we sealed the deal. So I'm sorry, I took your husband away from you. He's marrying me, so just hurry up and get a divorce. Huh? Okay. I'm not going to get into any tacky jokes, so don't worry. Huh? If it's my husband you're talking about, he's sitting right next to me. Huh? Well, I'm going sightseeing with my husband now. If you want to get married, go ahead and do it. Bye. Oh no! I know you're destroyed because you lost your husband, but can't you make up a better lie than that? A honeymoon alone is just so empty. I mean, we just got our marriage certificate. When you and Heath get divorced, I'm going to submit it to the city hall immediately. I was surprised too that it turned out to be such a short-lived marriage. I felt love for him, and now we've made love for one night. I can't help it now. I'm taking your share of the happiness too, so please forgive me. Ellen, I heard you and Heath got a divorce immediately. Thanks to you, we got married. Thank God, I have a sister who loves me. He says he likes me more than an ugly girl like you. We're going to be happy. You will regret for the rest of your life that you dug your own grave by choosing a handsome man who is not good enough for you. Low income, low educated men are the best for you. You can't even reply because you're frustrated, can you? You really are miserable. Ellen, I'm going to return him. I don't care if I have to pay compensation. Let me get the divorce. Hey, answer me. Ellen! What? What all of a sudden? I was introduced to Heath's mother and we got married. What's with that mother? She suddenly made me live with her, and she's been nothing but a wife bully. She told me that since I was married, I should be a housewife, and she made me quit my job. She told me not to leave the house except to go shopping, and she's always watching me. Heath's father pretends not to see anything, and when I ask him for help, he brushes me off, saying that it's a wife's duty to obey her mother-in-law. No matter how handsome my husband is, I don't like my in-laws like this. That's unfortunate, isn't it? But why are you talking about giving my husband back to me? It's obvious now, isn't it? Heath was originally your husband. I'll give you your husband back, and he can divorce me. You've got the wrong guy. What? That can't be true. The name is the same, and it's the same face. You've always had bad eyesight. You don't like wearing glasses because they look tacky, and you say you don't want to waste money on contacts. I think you're living in a blurry world. If that's the case, then what? Even if I had bad eyesight, he identified himself as Heath, Ellen's husband. He introduced himself as a highly educated, handsome guy that works for a major corporation. A highly educated, handsome guy that works for a major corporation? He said that himself, Heath? Yes, he did. And his parents called him Heath too. There's no mistake about it. Ah, I kind of understand the situation now. Listen, I want you to calm down and listen to me. What? That Heath is my husband's cousin. Cousin? You married Heath's cousin with the same name when you had the intention of taking away my husband from me. Huh? What do you mean? Cousin Heath is close in age to my husband, and they happen to have the same name. He was compared to him from an early age and felt inferior to him. My husband graduated from a good university, got a job at a big company, got married. It seemed as though he was jealous of his smooth progression of life. He was a high school graduate, working part-time, and never had a girlfriend. What? But he says he's a handsome guy working for a big company. That's a self-proclaimed fact, isn't it? Do you have any proof? No, but... In general, a truly high-spec man would not call himself a high-spec man. My husband is a very elite man, but he's also very kind and gentle. Many of his colleagues are like that too. And I know this is off topic, but my cousin Heath hated my husband for that reason. So he decided to steal my husband's fiancée, me, and marry me as soon as he could. It looks like he even followed us on our honeymoon. I beg your pardon? That sounds familiar, doesn't it? It's amazing that you would do the exact same thing. I think you two are perfect for each other. Huh? I ended up not seeing my cousin Heath even once in Australia. Oh, come on, I get it now. I guess he lost interest in us after his dramatic encounter with you. So, he introduced himself as Heath, Ellen's husband. Are you saying that was a lie? Obviously, it was a lie. I was with my husband all the time. I don't even remember marrying my cousin Heath. Why are you lying like that? I don't understand. You were taken advantage of. You thought my cousin Heath was my husband and came on to him. He thought it would be better if he married you, while you thought he was my husband Heath. From our cousin Heath's point of view, he would have been happy with anyone, as long as he could get married quickly, wouldn't he? What? What are you saying? I don't know what you mean. It's okay if you don't. I don't know what I'm talking about either. But I understand that I married someone I don't understand. Ellen, help me. Why? Heath liked you to begin with, right? If that's the case, I'll give him to you, and you can trade me for your real handsome, high-class husband. I don't need a high school graduate part-timer. I don't like him, so that's impossible. I don't care if you do, so help me. Say what you want, but my husband has no relationship with that family. Huh? Why? You experienced that yourself. With parents and a son like that, it's natural to want to cut them off, isn't it? What's that? I'm the only one getting the raw end of the deal. Where's my handsome husband? Your husband is a high school graduate that comes with a wife-bullying mother. Birds of a feather get married and live together. And I'm going to cut you out too. Huh? Why? It's obvious, isn't it? Even though it ended in an attempt, you tried to steal my husband away from me. You followed us on our honeymoon without permission. You're insane. Our parents said they're cutting you off from them too. No way! Then what am I supposed to do? I don't know. If you had any brains at all, you would have known that he was lying. Pity your stupid self. Hey, please, help me. I won't do it again. I'll never think of taking away your husband again. So please, give me one more chance. Since you don't seem to understand, I'll teach you a lesson, sis. There are moments in life where you only have one shot. Sometimes, once you lose trust, you never get it back. You know, you have always found me annoying. I was a fool to think for even a moment that we might have made peace with each other as we grew up and got married. Don't say that! We've only got us, two sisters. You're the one who tried to steal my husband, aren't you? You brought this on yourself. I'm still on my honeymoon. Could you leave me alone? Bye, sis. Get along with your husband. After that, she tried her best to escape from her parents-in-law's house. But her husband and mother-in-law found her, and she failed to escape. Of course, she could not get a divorce. She seems to be enjoying her life as a housewife like a half-slave, while enduring the bullying and monitoring. On the other hand, my husband and I moved into a new house after returning from our honeymoon. We are enjoying our happy newlywed life. My husband's salary is quite good, but I like my job too. I would like to continue working until we have children.
heard you brought your fiancé home the other day. Why don't you let me meet him? I wanted to greet him properly as your sister. I heard he works for a big company. Is he an elite? And I've heard he's handsome like a celebrity. Oh well, I know you know why I didn't let you meet him. Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's common sense to introduce your fiancé to your family. It's cruel to make me feel left out. I won't let you forget what happened 5 years ago. What did you do to me again? Oh, are you still holding on to something from that long ago? It couldn't be helped back then. He also said he preferred me, you know? Because you tempted him. There's no way I can forget. Just as we decided to get married and register our marriage, you stole my fiancé. It's not my fault. It's on you to be engaged and feel all secure. If you didn't bother with self-care, it's only natural he'd be attracted to a beautiful and charming sister. Despite being busy with work and wedding preparations, I can't possibly do heavy makeup like you do every day. See? That's why you let your guard down and end up losing a man. Unlike me, who is beautiful, you're ugly. You should make an effort with makeup and fashion. In any case, I won't let you meet my fiancé, but I'll invite you to the wedding. So until then, behave yourself and don't ruin my wedding. When you say it like that, I become even more curious about your fiancé. I'm already over 30, so I want to get married and settle down soon, you know? Are you planning to steal my fiancé again? Please, don't do anything like that. I promise I won't, so introduce me to him. No. I won't let you meet him. Sis, you are so mean. But watch and see. I'll definitely get close to your fiancé. I was full of happiness as I was about to marry my fiancé soon. But there was one thing that worried me. 5 years ago, I went through a terrible experience because of my sister. At that time, I had a fiancé, but shockingly, my sister secretly exchanged contact information with him. After a fierce pursuit, she managed to take him away from me. My parents were furious because we had already set the date for our wedding, and we were about to register our marriage that time. In the end, they kicked my sister out of our home. However, my sister was unfazed and went on to marry him. My sister has always been selfish, always wanting whatever belonged to me. In our childhood, she would frequently take my favorite toys and stuffed animals. When we became adults, she would use my clothes and bags without permission. And when I tried to stop her, she would simply say, "We're sisters, sharing things is normal," and brush it off. So I had been careful not to show my sister anything truly important to me, but I never expected that my sister would go after my fiancé. When he told me that he loved my sister more, I was at a loss. As my sister said, even though we're sisters, she is much more beautiful than me. But I never thought he would be easily taken away like this. Moreover, my sister divorced shortly after marriage, saying there was no excitement after marriage. Originally, my sister didn't like my fiancé at all. Her goal was to take something precious from me. So, when she actually got married, her feelings quickly cooled off. Due to such a painful past, I made sure that my sister wouldn't take away my fiancé this time. I avoided letting my sister meet my fiancé until just before the wedding. She persistently demanded to meet with him, but I firmly refused. However, my sister showed a keen interest in my fiancé. I was on edge. While keeping an eye on my sister, I steadily proceeded with the wedding preparations. But once again, I received an unbelievable message from her. Kelly, I have big news. What? I'm getting married. What? You're lying, right? It's true. What's with that boring reaction? First of all, you should say congratulations, right? Your own sister is getting married. Well, congratulations, sis. But it's such a short notice. Did you have someone you're dating now? Well, I just recently met someone. He fell in love with me at first sight and proposed to me within a week of going out. In 1 week? How is that possible? Well, that's how attractive I am. By the way, who do you think it is? Someone I don't know, right? Actually, you know him very well. What? Do we have any mutual acquaintances? We went to high school and college separately. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
As usual, you're not very smart. Well, I'll tell you. My fiancé is your fiancé.
Huh?
Oops, I mean your ex-fiancé. I'm sorry I stole your fiancé again. Hahaha.
What? Did you dream about that or something? I don't understand.
I understand why you don't want to accept reality. But unfortunately, this is not a dream, it's reality. Starting today, your fiancé is mine.
Seriously? Then how did you meet my fiancé? I'm pretty sure you've never met him.
Actually, I secretly followed you on your dates. So after you two parted ways, I chased after him. That's how I got his contact information.
You even followed us.
It's your fault that you wouldn't let me see him. The more you try to hide it, the more I wonder what he looks like. He's as handsome as they say. He's fresh, smart, and funny. We got to know each other very well on the same day. We've been seeing each other every night lately.
I'm sorry, I still don't get it.
Oh, my poor sister. You're in shock because your fiancé was taken from you and you're trying to escape reality. Don't worry, I'm sure you will heal in time. And you'll realize that I'm the one who deserves him.
Hey, maybe you're mistaken about something.
I'm not mistaken. You're the one who should give up on him. I'm sure he'll call off the engagement before long. If you want him to be happy, just accept it.
Well, I'm at a loss. I really don't understand what's going on. Is he really my fiancé?
Well, you can just keep doubting me like that for now. I'll send you an invitation to the wedding soon. Then you can look forward to it.
That's how my sister ended the conversation. I had no idea what she was talking about. She told me that my fiancé had proposed to her, and she is very proud of it, saying that she is seeing him every night. But the reality is, I have already moved in with my fiancé. He was standing next to me when my sister messaged me. And just to be sure, I asked him if my sister had ever spoken to him. He said he had no recollection of her ever talking to him. So, who was this fiancé of mine that she was talking about? It was a month later that the truth came out.
Kelly, long time no see. How have you been? Oh, I'm sorry. How can you be fine when your fiancé was taken away from you, right?
I'm fine as usual. What do you want?
I'm officially married, sister. I wanted to have the ceremony first, but all the venues are booked up. He says he doesn't care about the ceremony. He just wants to be married as soon as possible. So we decided to register first and move into our new house.
Well, congratulations.
Wow, you are congratulating me now?
Yeah, why?
You don't have to act so tough. I'm sorry that you lost your fiancé again, but he chose me this time too. You should honestly admit defeat.
Well, I didn't mean to lose. Anyway, did you introduce him to Dad and Mom before you got married?
What? I didn't have to introduce him to them. You already introduced him when you got engaged to him. Our parents already know him very well. Besides, Dad would be upset if I told him I stole your fiancé again. I also heard his parents are strict too. To be honest, it's a hassle to go and say hi to them.
No, I don't think our parents have probably met the man you married. I don't know him either. I think you should go and say hello to both families properly once.
Oh my god, you know what? Are you still talking like that? As usual, you don't seem to have accepted reality. Maybe you still haven't recovered from the shock. It's ugly to cling to a past lover forever, you know. Give it up and look for someone else.
No, I'm not shocked at all. And I don't need to look for someone else. But talking about this never seems to get anywhere. Well, whatever. Are you coming to my wedding?
What?
I sent you an invitation, but I haven't received a reply. Did you look at it properly?
I've been so busy with the move, I didn't check the mailbox properly. It's impossible for you to send a wedding invitation in the first place.
Why not?
You just got out of an engagement, so it's odd that you're planning a wedding. It was a fake invitation anyway, wasn't it? You're such a pathetic woman, pretending to have a wedding like that. Jesus Christ, you keep turning your back on reality.
Sis, I'm getting ready for a real wedding. I even have to prepare the seating arrangements. So please tell me if you're going to be there or not.
That's why I'm telling you, it's impossible for you to have a wedding. Your ex-fiancé is married to me. I am his wife now. Wake up from reality already.
Then let me ask you, can you tell me the name of the man you got married?
Now what? He's your ex-fiancé. Why are you asking me his name?
Just tell me.
What's going on? I'm marrying Victor.
I knew it.
What? What do you mean? Victor is the name of your ex-fiancé, right?
He's not my fiancé.
Huh?
My fiancé is called Sam.
Sam? That's a lie. Why does he have different names?
Because it's a different person. It's only natural that his name is different.
That can't be true. I took your fiancé from you and we registered as a married couple today. Your ex-fiancé is Victor, not Sam. Don't lie to me just because you're frustrated that I stole your fiancé again.
You said before that you followed me on a date. Could it be when we were at the coffee shop in front of the station?
Well, yes. He was your fiancé, Victor, wasn't he? You were smiling happily with him, weren't you?
He's my business partner.
What?
We didn't have a date. We had a business meeting.
Business meeting?
He may have been good looking. He's about my age too. But unfortunately, he's not my fiancé. He's just a business partner.
No way! You looked so happy and smiling. That was obviously a date.
Well, if the business meeting went well, you'd have a smile on your face. I think you've got it all wrong, sister. I noticed that we weren't on the same page, but now I know why. You thought my business partner was my fiancé.
I can't believe I had the wrong guy. I thought I had just stolen your fiancé from you.
Well, even if it was the wrong person, Victor is handsome and works for a good company. Aren't you glad you got married?
That's true, but it would have meant so much to take your man away from you. I'm so disappointed that he's not your real fiancé.
I can't believe how terrible a person you are.
I always want to be better than you. I can't allow you to be happy before me.
But he proposed to you because he fell in love with you, right? I find it a little hard to believe that he's going to marry you within a week of meeting you. But if you like him too, there's nothing wrong with that. Besides, Victor graduated from a famous university. I think it suits you, who loves branded things.
Well, if you put it that way, I got a well-educated, good-looking guy. It's frustrating that I made a mistake, but I guess I'm going to stay married to him.
So, will you come to my wedding with your husband, Victor?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll show you how well I get along with my handsome husband.
I was surprised that my sister was trying to steal my fiancé again, but apparently she got the wrong man. She mistakenly thought that the business partner I happened to be with was my fiancé. But even though she had mistaken him for my fiancé, she was still very fond of him. My wedding went well. I thought everything was settled. However, my sister once again stirs up trouble. It was about 2 months after she got married.
Kelly, I changed my mind. Give me your husband.
What?
I've decided to get a divorce.
What? Divorced already? Sis, you just got married.
You've got to be kidding me. I can't stay married to that man.
What happened? I've only known Victor for business. He didn't seem like such a bad guy to me.
He's a problem, but his parents are worse.
His parents?
They're terrible. We got married and moved into a new place, but his in-laws came in. They said they're moving in together.
What?
It seems their house is aging and the leaky roof is bad. It looks like they've set their eyes on our new place.
Living together temporarily might be unavoidable, but did they really intend to move in with you?
Yes. It would have been nice if Victor had refused, but he's obedient to his parents. And he said, my parents are your parents too. In the end, we ended up living together with the 4 of us.
Jesus.
Moreover, both my in-laws tried to take advantage of me. They say housework is the wife's duty, yet they do nothing around the house. They complain about my cooking and cleaning, saying it's not good enough. They forced me to quit my job and I can't go outside. They constantly nag about wanting grandchildren. Every day is like hell.
Oh no, that sounds horrible.
The reason behind Victor proposing to me within a week of the meeting was his parents pressured him to get married quickly.
Yeah, 1 week is too fast.
They were rushing him to get married and have a grandchild quickly. In the midst of all that, he happened to start talking to me. That's why he proposed to me so fast.
So rather than falling in love with you at first sight, it's more like...
He said he was willing to marry any reasonably young woman just to settle down.
It sounds really tough.
It's the worst. I'll go crazy if this continues. I managed to get a handsome husband, but I never expected such unreasonable in-laws to come with the package.
But I think your responsibility in all this can't be ignored.
Why? I didn't do anything wrong.
You didn't go to meet your fiancé's parents before you got married. If you had met them beforehand, you might have reconsidered the marriage itself, right? I think it's your fault that you accepted the proposal without taking the time to get to know Victor.
Even if I said that, I wanted to get married as soon as possible. I wanted to take away your fiancé as soon as possible.
That's another problem. You chose him because you thought he was my fiancé. As it turns out, you got the wrong guy. If you've learned your lesson, stop trying to take things away from people. You should marry someone you truly love.
That's why I'm asking you to give me your husband.
What? Sis, did you read what I said?
When I saw him at your wedding, I thought he was a very nice man. But at the time, he had just gotten married to you. I held back from getting close to your husband. But I'm divorcing Victor now. I'm going to marry your husband after all.
I can't believe you. How dare you try to take what's mine away from me, sis?
I can't allow you to be happy while I'm going through so much. Someday I'll steal your husband too. Remember that.
But you can't get close to him.
What are you talking about? Of course I can. Because no man can resist my charm. They all fall for me. I'll definitely take your husband away from you.
That's physically impossible. We're moving overseas soon.
Huh?
My husband has been assigned to an overseas project and I've decided to go with him. We will probably live overseas for more than 3 years.
What? No way! I have to put up with that alone for more than 3 years? In the meantime, I'm getting older and older. I can't wait that long.
No, you don't have to wait. You can just find someone else.
No way! Hey, is it impossible to stop your husband from going overseas?
Nope.
Where are you guys moving?
I won't tell you. I know you won't do it, but I wouldn't want you to follow him overseas. Well, I'm busy with preparations for the move. Goodbye.
Wait, Kelly! Don't leave me alone! At least tell me where you are.
After that, my sister asked Victor for a divorce. However, Victor refused to get a divorce, and as expected, her parents-in-law opposed the divorce. Now, she's stuck in this cramped living situation and still can't get a divorce. Given that she married someone she doesn't even love and ended up living with in-laws who mistreat her every day, it's undeniably a tragic situation. But in my sister's case, I think she got what she deserved.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.